See on ka rahvusvaheline kogemus, kuidas inimesed Soomes liiguvad, kus nad liiguvad, kas seal on tõesti kõik nii hästi, nagu me iga natuke selle tagant kuuleme. Sellest tuleb inimene kohe meile rääkima, nii et pidage veel vastu, siis saab liikuma, siis saab õue, siis saab ühel hetkel süüa, aga praegu palun Panu Könönen.
Tere! And nice to be here. What a setting, and don't leave everybody. I know it's been a long day, but I'm gonna give you a really quick presentation about, let's say, Soome Õuemaa. I don't know whether I pronounce it right or not. But my name is Panu Könönen. I'm the interim CEO in Suomen Latu, the Finnish Outdoor Association. And I'm gonna show you first a video, and so just relax for a second and sit back and don't leave.
Tärkeää asiaa. Suomella ei tällä hetkellä mene kovinkaan hyvin. Me ei liikuta tarpeeksi ja se on käymässä meille kalliiksi. Hintalappu on jo miljardeja euroja. Suomalaiset ovat myös yksi Euroopan ylipainoisimmista kansoista. Lisäksi erityisesti nuorilla on mielenterveyden kanssa haasteita. Monia ahdistaa ilmastonmuutos ja toksiset somesisällöt. Suomen Latu on Suomen suurin ulkoilujärjestö. Meillä on luja usko siihen, että liikkumalla ulkona ja luonnossa enemmän suomalaiset ja Suomi voivat paremmin. Emme väitä, että ulkoilu olisi ainoa ratkaisu, mutta jostain pitää aloittaa. Me Suomen Ladussa haluamme nähdä Suomessa kulttuurin muutoksen, jossa ulkoilu ja ulkoliikunta ovat osa kaikkien arkea. Se ei synny itsestään, vaan vaatii meiltä kaikilta halua muuttua ja muuttaa tapojamme. Muutos ei kuitenkaan ole vain yksilöiden vastuulla. Tarvitsemme yhteiskunnallisia päätöksiä, jotka tekevät ulkoilusta helppoa ja houkuttelevaa. Jokaisella tulisi olla luontoa kodin lähellä. Kaupunkisuunnittelun pitäisi suosia kävelyä ja pyöräilyä. Tarvitsemme taloudellisia kannustimia, kuten työsuhdepyörän veroetu. Haluamme Suomen, jossa voidaan hyvin. Siksi vuonna 1938 perustettu Suomen Latu on nyt ajankohtaisempi kuin koskaan ennen. Ulkoilu on avain muutokseen, siksi Suomen Latu.
All right. It's been really great to hear about the talks about the identity. As it was mentioned in the video, our organization was established in 1938. And back then, people were, I think it was the same thing in Estonia, people were mainly, at least during the winter, they were mainly skiing. Am I right? Yeah. So that's why the name. Actually, the name Suomen Latu translates, I have to see, Soome Suusarada. Is it correct? So really, really weird name. I don't know what they were thinking back then. But anyways, back then it was the sport, skiing was the sport of and for the masses. And this picture was actually taken not in 1938, it was 1952. And back then we arranged a ski competition, which is still around, called Pirkanhiihto. Maybe some of you have joined the, I don't know. But if you heard it, that's the one. But identity, that's a really good issue, because we as a Finno-Ugric countries here, or nations, we have the outdoors in our inheritance, as you have already mentioned. And I know that because there was a really good interpretation for the whole time. All right, so Suomen Latu, it's the Finland's largest outdoor recreation organization, and I'll give you quick facts about it. So here are our mission and vision combined. So we promote year-round outdoor activities, and our goal is that everybody living in Finland would find a meaningful way to spend time outdoors and also enjoy nature. And we are large organizations. We have nearly 90,000 members in 176 member associations. We have thousands of volunteers. We train hundreds of instructors in various outdoor activities every year. And we also love campaigning. Our communication actually reaches 2.5 million Finns annually, which is like half of the population of Finland. And if we go a little more detailed, as you can see, we are more attracted by women, and our members are mainly middle-aged, middle-classed, but not boring. and they're living in southern Finland. But I want to point out one thing here, is that the number of volunteers, because in our office we have around 20-25 people working for Suomen Latu, and we have over 4,000 volunteers. And without the volunteers, we wouldn't be doing really that much. So I don't know about your backgrounds or your organizations, but if you're working with volunteers, I hope you cherish that work there. Yeah. And as I mentioned, skiing is still one of our activities that we promote, but nowadays there are hiking, trail running, mountain biking, canoeing, different activities for families, well-being like yoga, mindfulness, etc. And winter swimming. I don't know, is it really popular in Estonia, right? Yeah, so it's the same. So it's like there are, new saunas and winter swimming places coming up like all the time, and people are really enjoying it, and I think it's a great thing. All right, and as I mentioned, there are 176 member associations all over Finland. Some of them are nationwide. The +14 remarks that, and the largest associations are actually comparable in membership numbers to Finland's biggest sports club. Actually, our member association in Helsinki has over 8,000 members, and that's actually the second biggest sports club in Finland. Also, like mentioned here, we do non-governmental, non-profit activities. But because we have a long history, and during that long history, somebody thought that, okay, let's build a resort in Lapland. So close to Saariselkä, if you have ever visited there, lies a fell resort, Kiilopää. We have accommodation capacity for 200 people, restaurants, smoke sauna, and a winter swimming spot, as you can see, and rentals and everything like that. And why I want to mention this is that only 25% of our budget comes from the government, and and we need some, this kind of business to help us to cover the rest of the budget. So it's a good thing, of course. Tourism business is a bit tricky, and there can be like a war or COVID-19, things can happen. But in the long run, it's a good thing to finance the non-profit activities we have. Okay, one recent example. We are arranging, actually this is the 10th time we arranged this in August, Night in Nature or Sleep Outdoors campaign. And every year there are over, more or less, 100,000 people joining this campaign, which means that they are sleeping outdoors on that day or during the night. And we make survey every year, and this year 67% of the Finnish adult population had heard or recognized the campaign. So it's becoming a really big brand in Finland. Actually, people know it better than our organization, which is also not maybe very good, but what to do. And what we've done during the past 10 years, we've also arranged a Nordic night in nature with other Nordic countries, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway. And actually, I was thinking that I would challenge you guys to do this campaign next year. I don't know who's going to take the responsibility over here, but if you want, please contact me afterwards. Because this is really great. This is really working. And because you have also everyman's rights here, so this would work here. Okay, then we're also focusing heavily on families. We have this kind of activity and well-being program for families, which is state-funded totally. And the goal of this, let's say, this program is to transform the culture within the field of operators, like daycare system or etc., to encourage and facilitate physical activity so that the opportunities for independent and organized physical activity for families would increase. And actually, my colleague was in Estonia, was it maybe in January, giving a lecture about this. So maybe you've heard. As it was mentioned in the video, I didn't mention that in the video because I think it was, I don't know whether you saw it, but there was a young lady. Actually, she's 15. She's a daughter of my colleague. And we thought that, because usually when you hear someone promoting physical activity, they are usually, let's say, older people. And we wanted to change that situation, that there is a young girl bringing out the message. So maybe other young people would hear it. And as it was mentioned, we want to see a cultural change. And what does that mean? You know that we are facing, and I've heard that there are also, we are facing the similar challenges, that people are not moving enough for their health. They are just, watching social media and just sitting and, not moving enough. And in Finland, the Finnish UKK Institute, which is for health promotion research, has estimated that the price tag of not moving enough is over 3 billion euros, which I guess was referred before. I can't remember what was the name of the researcher here. And at the same time, we are one of the most overweight population in Europe, on the 3rd place. Yay. I've also done my share, unfortunately, on that. But I try to be the solution at the same time. But we want to see a cultural change. And that means that we need physical activity becoming a part of everyone's everyday life. And as it was mentioned before, like the urban planning has a great, like what they have done in Trondheim is absolutely stunning, and we need that in Estonia and in Finland too. And why is it so easy to promote outdoor activities in Finland? And the same things goes to Sweden and Norway and in Estonia too, is that we have everyman's rights, aka right to roam. And everyman's rights, they enable, or actually in Finland we nowadays call them everyone's rights, but so it's not masculine rights anymore. But that enables movement and recreation in forest and natural areas without causing any harm. And we think that everyman's rights, they are the most important builder of our relationship, or as it has been said here, the identity of our nation, to build the relationship. And we see the everyman's rights as a national treasure. I don't know how do you see it, but it's nice picture. And everyman's rights, they are based on Finnish legislation and several different laws, and that's rare in the world, as you know. There are some of the do's and don'ts. I'm not going to go there now because we're in a bit hurry now, but just want to point out that all the do's, they enable us to go out and enjoy the nature in so many ways, or to arrange night in nature events. Good. Okay. Before I finish, I'll give you the Eurobarometer 2022. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's a great survey. And actually, it has a lot to do with also sports, but in my presentation, I will concentrate only on physical outdoor activity. As you can see, 81% of Finns engage physical outdoor activities with some regularity, and seldom 15%. And here you can see that you Estonians are also doing better than EU average. Good job. But here I want to point out one thing. Who's on the top? Netherlands. And why is that? Anyone? Biking, yeah. That's the reason. And we have been talking about biking, and you have the ratasstrategia. Sorry for the pronunciation. But it's really good, and this is coming up in Finland, in other countries as well. We definitely need this. We need to focus on biking. And here you can see my baby girl. She has a blue face with a blue dot. I still love her very much. But I'm a big fan of, where is Alo? I can't see him, but he mentioned that he has started to run, and he wants to live like he teaches, and I think the same. So, actually, last October, I sold my car and bought electric cargo bike. An electric cargo bike is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I have other bikes as well, but with this electric cargo bike, I have biked over 2,500 kilometers, and I live in Helsinki city center, and our office is like 4 kilometers away. So I've been driven. I have biked quite a lot with that. But what we need is that we need to change our habits. And we need to live like we teach. And this is where I stop my presentation. Thank you. Now we go outside.
Nii, aitäh Panule ja äkki on küsimusi. See aeg meil on täiesti olemas. Jaa, üks küsimus on. Jõuab, tule eest poolt.
Kus läheb?
Nii.
Üks. So I'm Mick from Estonian Defense Forces.
Yes.
I have done a lot of cooperation in last years with Finnish Defense Forces and with Heia developers, and they have told me like this Suomi liikele program.
Yeah.
So how are you connected to Suomi liikele? Do you do cooperation?
Yeah.
The first question.
First question, yeah. Okay, yes, we do some cooperation with them. Actually, we're trying to get some money from out of that program.
Okay.
And actually, our office is at the Olympic Stadium in Helsinki, and we are sharing the same facilities with the Finnish Olympic Committee, and they are part of that Suomi liikkeelle program. So.
Okay. So, and the second question is like, you're like promoting being outdoors, but how do you communicate, or do you communicate like the other habits as well? Like, I don't know, not drinking alcohol in outdoors, I don't know, eat good food, because we all know that Estonians also like to go outside, but
yeah.
you know, they go there and have a beer.
Have a beer. Yes, we have actually established quite many etiquettes, like how to hike or how to behave while you're hiking, or how to behave while you're winter swimming, or what to, you know, this kind of rules and regulations, but not anything official. But yes, we try to promote also sustainable ways of doing outdoor activities.
No nii, kas on veel küsimusi Õuemaa Soome kohta? Kaarel. Aga mikrofon peab ka tulema, muidu ei kuule midagi.
Küsi soome keeles, kui võib. Sa puhud tästä tutkimuksesta liikkumattomuuden lasku. Onko se Tommi Vasankari?
On.
Jaa. No se oli hyvä. Tommin kanssa mä olin yhteydessä ja hän sanoi, että oli vaikea päästä Suomen parlamentille näyttää tätä materiaalia. Että niin isot rahat, mitä on mennyt.
On.
Ja kuinka sä arvat, voisiko kaikki kustannukset tuli käytännön tai kuinka? Tai oli vielä lisää?
Joo. Nyt mä en ihan ymmärtänyt.
Ei, saiko kaikki laskut esitelty?
Joo, sai. Yes.
Joo. No, olisi erittäin mielenkiintoinen Eestissä tehdä tämmöistä.
Joo, I think it would be really nice to have it the same. I don't know if anybody else understands Finnish, but
tahatte Soome või inglise keeles?
Joo.
Tommi oli erittäin kiinnostunut, että me katsomme tätä raporttia. Se on kova raportti. Tämmöistä ei ole maailmasta tehty.
Ei ole, ja se on tosi hyvin tehty raportti, ja semmoinen pitäisi ehdottomasti olla Eestissäkin.
Joo, isot summat, mitä menevät.
Se on hirveä summa.
Joo.
Big money.
Yeah. 3 billion euros. This is multilinguistic show.
No just.
Kas on veel küsimusi või tõmbame joone alla ja teeme Panule ühe suure aplausi? Tundub, et on nii. Panu, thank you so much.
Thank you.